To be seen is to be loved. And today I felt so loved. Why did I feel so loved? Today is the 1 year anniversary of my book, The Empathy Gap It Is Black and White. And my beautiful friend, Miss Lisa Hurley, who wrote her own book. Wait a minute, let me show you. We almost have book anniversary dates. I think hers is a few. Oh, don't get me to lying. I think mine was in June and hers was in June too by a few days. But Miss Lisa Hurley wrote this book, Space to Exhale, a handbook for curating a soft, centered, serene life by Lisa Hurley. So Lisa and I wrote our books around the same time. And so we had this thing about, oh my God, we're going to have a book anniversary around the same time. And so today, because, TikTok is really good about giving you your memories. Today, TikTok sent me a memory that it was my 1 year anniversary of my book. And to be honest with you, if TikTok hadn't reminded me, my day got so busy today, it wouldn't have even dawned on me. But my friend, my girlfriend, Miss Lisa Hurley, remembered that today, last year, was when I released my first book, The Empathy Gap It Is Black and White. And to be seen is to be loved. To be seen is to be loved. That she remembered it and remembered to call. So, Miss Lisa Hurley, if you see this video, mwah, love you. On that call, though, we were talking about, I was saying to her that I was going to take a break from TikTok because a lot of the conversations I have on TikTok really just confirms people's biases about white people or black people. And my goal in the work that I want to do is to encourage people to lead with empathy and mind their empathy. And I can be having frank and honest discussions about systemic racism. I can have honest and frank discussions about how I believe and see that white folks navigate the world. And then when I have nuanced discussions about why some white women behave the way they do, why some white people behave the way they do, because it goes outside of that confirmation bias that a lot of people have, that just all white people are bad, right? All white people are racist, all white people are whatever, that they check out of those conversations, right? And I was saying to Lisa, I said, I've been on that platform for a long time trying to get people to engage with the work. It's why I created my scorecards. It's why I wrote my book, because capitalism, for those of us who are suffering under this system, capitalism and rugged individualism is why we're all here. Why we're all here. We live in a country that teaches us to only think about ourselves or think about me, my four, no more. And we've forgotten how to be in community. And you cannot be in community with people if you don't have empathy for the people in community with you. That's not community. That's a gathering. That's not community. That's a gathering. People who are in community with one another have empathy for each other and they have a deep empathy for self. I don't want for you what I wouldn't want for myself. Right? So I was saying to her, I said, I'm just going to start making some content on YouTube because I just want to make different platforms, different kind of content, right? And so I said that to her. And I said, the issue I have with this platform in particular is I didn't realize how many men on YouTube do not have any emotional regulation. They cannot regulate their emotions. I find it such an odd thing to see somebody come down your screen, a woman you've never seen before, a woman you're not in a relationship with, a woman you probably will never have access to, a woman who would probably never date you, to come on a post where I could be talking about whatever, I could be showing my fashions, and leaving comments like, that's too much makeup. I'm not your woman. What does the makeup on my face have to do with you? And if I have on too much makeup that it distracts you from listening to me, click off the video. Why are you still on the video? Click off of it. And I was saying to her, I said, that's the thing about YouTube. It's running into a bunch of unregulated emotional men. And I said, but the truth is, if you think you have something worth saying, which I do, you can't be afraid to say it. And I think a lot of us, I don't have an issue with being perceived because I've been on TikTok for 3-4 years. There's over 130,000 followers over there, millions of likes, millions of views, right? So I'm used to being perceived. I don't do well with cruelty for the sake of cruelty, because to come on somebody's video and insult the person you do not know, you've never met, right? It's just cruelty. And people who engage in cruelty are people who do not know how to regulate their emotions. But if you have something to say that you think is worth saying, you can't be afraid of the trolls. You can't be afraid of the people leaving the negative comments. You just hide them from your channel. Because if you don't have the emotional maturity to walk away from a video or scroll off a video or click off a video of somebody you do not like, there's no need for me to go back and forth with you. There's no need for me to go back and forth with you because the point is cruelty. The point is cruelty. I have never, and you can go on TikTok and you can search comments, you can put my name in comments. I have never once, in the 4 years I've been on that platform, never once left an ugly, mean, nasty, cruel comment on anybody's video. And people have come down my timeline that I don't, I may not, like the way they look. I may not like the way they talk. I may not like the way they sing or dance. I have the emotional regulation and the emotional maturity to scroll off that video. What is insulting them going to do for me? Why do I need to be cruel to a stranger? Why do I need to be cruel to a stranger? So if you come across my videos, because you're going to see me more on this platform, and you don't like my makeup, you don't like my wigs, you don't like my jewelry, you don't like my voice, do me and you a favor. Click off the video and go find the woman who is natural. Find the woman that you can have access to, because a lot of you would never have access to me. Find the woman that you can have access to that would care about your opinion, about what she looks like, even though she doesn't know who you are. I'm not that woman. I'll just hide you from my channel. So thank you, Lisa, for recognizing my book anniversary and for listening to me talk about some of my fears about really coming on this platform and encouraging me to do it anyway, because I believe I have something to say, and you said to me, you have something to say.